Alright, welcome back everyone to another market recap. Today's May 21st, 2025. It was a Wednesday, we had no news. But before I get into today's market recap, I'm going to talk about a basketball player. And you might know him, you might not. But when you come into the market, you need to treat it as a transaction, as a job, as a requirement. Don't go into the market looking to have fun, right? I mean, I love trading, but the reality is you're just going there to do your job and go home. You guys know Jokic. Maybe you don't, maybe you do. But it's actually so funny. We're gonna watch this video real quick. If you don't know him, this is kind of his mindset. This is his aura.
And now you are an NBA champion, Nicola. How does that feel?
It's good. It's good. The job is done. We can go home now.
Congrats.
So it's like it's so weird because everyone's like, "Well, you're a basketball player. You should love your job." But he's like, "No, I just want to go home." And it's like it's not normal. And that's how you have to treat showing up to trading. When I come to the charts, I'm going to come to the charts. I'm going to have my live trading window from 9:15 Eastern to 11:10 Eastern. I'm just going to show up. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to do my job, take my inverse for value gaps, and go home. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to show up, take the setups, targeting good liquidity in line with my bias. Regardless if they're a win, a loss, a break even, or no trade, I'm done. Right? I'm gonna be off the charts at 11:10, and I'm just gonna keep showing up every day because that is the high probability window. That is how I'm gonna have success in the long term. So, hopefully you guys got something from that. I don't know. I'm enjoying going on these rants at the beginning of these videos. But let's jump right into the market and let's talk about what we had going on today. So, I haven't been talking about these enough, and we need to start looking at them every morning again because today was the perfect example of one of these playing out. We had a bullish New York reversal day where so if you don't know what this is, there are certain types of days that are statistically more probable than like a random day. They just happen more. And there's three main ones. I think there's a few main ones. We reverse in London, we reverse in New York, or it's like just regular accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So here, this was a really obvious bullish New York reversal because we hit a key level during New York, and then we expand, go take out all this overnight price action. Check this out. So we generate all this liquidity, and throughout the live stream, I was saying this the whole time. I was like, guys, we're generating such good liquidity, but I was being emotional. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, right? I was being emotional. I said, but we might not go there. Here's what you have to understand, right? At this point, we'd gotten a change state delivery, and we retested back into this BPR here. So first of all, let's talk about the key level. You might not know what this is. This is a 4-hour order block. So it's the last down close candle before the move higher, right? And you can mark this out with the wick here. That's what I did. But this is a good order block because we swept out liquidity here. So this is a key level, and it's another reason it's so good is because we are in discount of this price range. If I measure this out from discount to premium, right? This 4-hour order block's clearly in discount. So this is why they call them PD arrays, right? Premium discount array. This is a good premium discount array to use. So let's jump down to the 15-minute. And so we get a 15-minute change state delivery off of this level. This is where you get a candle body close, and it needs to be obvious, right? If it's not obvious, I don't consider a change state delivery. That's just how I roll. But this one's pretty good, change state delivery. And the other reason it's good is because we have such good generated liquidity here. I mean, look at how generated these highs look. So the market's going to want to rebalance to go run through all of these. It's a giant consolidation. So this is, if you wanted to take this as a flow state, right, which I'm not taking flow states, but if you did want to take it as a flow state, you enter on the retest, stop loss. I'm doing stop loss below the bodies, and then targeting. I target this. See, you can mark out standard deviations here, and boom, the second standard deviation lines up with all these highs here, so you could target that. And check this out, the third standard deviation marked that high. So this is how I would do this. But the trade I would have taken today, which I didn't because I didn't get on the charts on time, which is something that I need to work on, right? And this is one of the main reasons that I'm still struggling, right? But yeah, we get the change state of delivery, and then after that, we get the trade of the day, right? This is a 5-minute inverse for value gap. And this is what I mean when I say you got to trade like Jokic, because I'm not going to lie, I was kind of emotional. I was like, I mean, I had just barely got on the charts, so it's actually kind of reasonable, right? I said, okay, I just got on the charts. This looks really good, but I'm not going to take it because I just got on the charts. But objectively, ignore all the price action that happens after, right? We have an inverse fair value gap. So an old fair value gap gets closed above with this candle here. So that would be your entry. And we had the 4-hour key level and discount, 15-minute CISD. You don't need a CISD for an inverse fair value gap, by the way, but I'm just saying for reference there was one. And then we come down, sweep out this low here. And then we aggressively pop up. This is right at market open, by the way. And this would have been my entry right here. To target, I would start it off just targeting these highs right here. So, boom, like that. Unfortunately, I wasn't perfect. I didn't get on the... I was so close to taking it. You can go watch the live stream back. I was like, this is the good trade. This is a good trade, but I wasn't being like Jokic, right? I wasn't going into the charts completely emotionless, and I should have. I should have not operated in fear. Okay. So we can mark this off. I would have targeted... You could also target this consolidation too, right? This is a nice consolidation here. So you can see if you did that, that'd be 1.8. I'd probably take profit right here just because I want to make money. So 1.4 to 1 if I executed this perfectly. So we sweep out this low, inverse this fair value gap, and then you can target this LRLR. So I just need to keep working on it, keep getting better, and just not having fear. I think that's one of the biggest things is when you see your setup. I'm gonna probably make a video about this soon, but when you see your setup, you need to execute. You can't be scared. You can't have fear. You can't say, "Oh, I took loss yesterday, so I don't want to trade this A+ setup today." No, you execute. You don't say, "I don't know." You execute. And that's part of being a good, disciplined trader is when you see your setup, you execute, and you don't care about the outcome. And it's really hard. I mean, way easier said than done, but that's what you got to do. And so, anyway, we inverse this for value gap. We run through all these highs here. And this is really good. I would have targeted, like I said, I'd targeted this, but you could have also targeted the consolidation here. And then you could have also left runners because we had all this generated liquidity above here as well. So this was really good generated liquidity. And you can see that we continue up to go run through all that. And the other reason this is good, right, is we had Asia above right here and PM. which were just untouched. So not only was this a whole bunch of low resistance liquidity. If you don't know what that is, it's like when all the highs form a trend line, and then when the market comes back through, it pumps through aggressively, right? So here we had PM's high, and here we had Asia's high. And yeah, this was very obviously a New York reversal day, because this is why daily profiles can be really valuable, because we come down, push into our 4-hour order block, we get a 15-minute change of state delivery, which is the aligned time frame, and then we go to run all these highs in London. So you see how this is exactly like that image, right? It's like exactly like that image. So yeah, here's all the generated liquidity. We go up, we run through all this. PM, or no, here we go. So that's the main trade that you could have taken. You could have taken this inverse value gap if you were on the charts, but this happened at around 7:30. But if you were to take this, right, probably just target 1R. Target this high here. And you could have targeted higher, but you would definitely have to go break even here if you were going to do that. So I would probably just target 1R here. But you could have gone higher, but then you would have got stopped at a break even, so it wouldn't have worked. And so for break even on this trade, what I would do is I would actually go break even at this. Yeah, I'd probably go break even at this high. And yeah, you good chance could get stopped out of break even, but that's what a good trader does. They accept that there's going to be a lot of break even trades. But you could also just say, hey, I'm not going to go break even until I get here. So this could have been your TP1. Actually, this might have been what I would have done actually. I'd go TP1 and break even here. And then I'd probably do TP2 PM right here. So this would be TP2. Or maybe I do, yeah, this is probably fine. TP2. And I would trail probably. So I'd probably trail my stop. Actually, you probably wouldn't need to trail your stop. TP1, TP2. Up to you if you'd want to trail your stop. You could trail your stop like here or something. You just trail your stop to the swing low here. That's actually probably what you should do. Yeah. So trail stop. Yeah, I'd put trailing stop here. So I just like to put it at the swing, the most recent swing low, because if we're gonna continue up, we shouldn't go back to the swing low here. If we're in an uptrend. So that's what I would do. And then all throughout here, right? All throughout here, I was preaching price action was terrible. You should not have taken a trade in that. If you took a trade in that, you're actually like I don't like to call people donuts, but I'm getting it. Dodgy's starting to rub off on me, okay? You might be a donut if you took a trade in that. But the funny thing is, so I had this conversation with this guy on Twitter, and it's like, check this out. It's so funny. Because, like, I couldn't tell if he was serious. So he said, traded this, took 42 trades, lost $30,000, ask me anything. And you can see he's being sarcastic. Like, I knew he was being sarcastic, but it's like, but it's also like, I saw Hydra took this, so I was like, is he actually being sarcastic? I don't know. And so, anyway, you can see that inverse. And sure, maybe you could take that, but honestly, I'm going to go disagree with Hydra on this. I don't think you should have traded this at all. I think this is don't touch this kind of price action. So I really think the main trade of the day was this 5-minute inversion here. And when we close above this old for value gap, you could enter there. You could also take, I mean, there's lots of other ways you could take this, right? Oh, I forgot to mention, we were delivering from, check this out, we were delivering from this BPR here. So that was a nice confluence. But yeah, I'm not sure how else you could have taken this. Maybe you could have taken this inverse for value gap on the 3-minute. But I would have waited for this one to inverse personally. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. Past that, I'm not sure what other opportunities there were. I think today mostly had a lot of expansion and then tight consolidations. And so you really got only one opportunity to get in on each of these moves here. And yeah, maybe you could have taken this, but I'd probably not take that. But yeah, maybe you could have taken this and you could have targeted. I just don't like taking these super low time frame trades, but you could have targeted this high here, 2.6 to 1. But yeah, that was way before it got on the charts, so I would never take that. And yeah, you just have to understand the market in context of liquidity. Like, this is a giant consolidation, so the market was being drawn back to here. And you can see that's exactly what happened. So I think that about covers it. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. This is a secret. Since if you made it to the end of this video, you get to get on a secret. And I have not made a video about this yet. But one thing I've noticed about flow state is when you measure out from the body to the body of for the flow state, because that's how I measure out the standard deviations, right? Where we get that change state delivery, I'll use the body to the body to measure out the standard deviations. And you can see how well this works a lot of the time. We'll perfectly go tap into one like that. But one thing I've noticed is a lot of the time you can measure this out from the body to the body, and then this is, I don't know if you guys know about what OTE is, but there'll a lot of time be a retest of this OTE here. Now this is maybe not, I never learned this from anyone, I'm just talking right now, but I need to still watch the OTE mentorship. But where is it? Okay. You can see how that marked the low, and so like this could have been an additional confluence for your 5-minute inverse for value gap right here. We were delivering from an inverse for value gap. Delivering from OTE and a BPR. So anyway, I think that about covers it. Just for fun, let's see if we had anything like this. Okay. All right, that's basically it. Trade emotionless, trade like Jokic. Go into the market, see your setup, take it. Don't be scared to take it. If it's a good setup, take it. But also balance that out with don't take stupid setups. And yeah, you're just showing up. You're treating this like, you're basically treating it like a job. You show up, trade for that allotted time that you've put out for yourself to trade, and then you're done. And if you can do that for years, if you do that for years, there's no way you don't make a ton of money. There's no way. You just keep getting better every day. So with that in mind, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this was helpful. I will see you guys in the next one.